resort in Surat. Yes, Shivani, what are you picking up?
Well, see, first of all, here the two window, let me just show you the visuals out here. Heavy police deployment has been placed out here, and in fact, this is the particular gate where the entry has been stopped for any outsider. So they have to get instructions from within the hotel so that any outsider can come inside. That is why not only this particular area, but also the very main gate of the hotel particularly is also being sealed. In fact, only the media reporters and the journalists, video journalists are out and are able to get access inside. But yes, definitely there are leaders, those are also trying to reach out. They are unable to do so. Police deployment has been increased at both the gates, in fact at the main entrance of this particular lane as well, so that no emerging movement that takes place over here. And as we just saw that how Milind Narvekar was also made to wait for like constantly 2-3 hours, that clearly showcases that how Shinde and his supporting MLAs are yet not in the mood to meet any of them, and that is why you see, you clearly see the media that is waiting outside. In fact, Milind Narvekar has just made a small movement out here, and yes, of course, as you see, this is the particular place. The entry has been barricaded completely, and that is why we understand. You still see, I'll show you. The Gujarat police is right out here, and not only that, the personal securities are also being placed in this particular place. And as what I am given to understand, this person, who's holding a paper in his hand, has a list of people those are there inside that hotel, and only their staff can go inside, that too after the permission and a call that will be made from within the hotel premises. And that's where we can see a very heavy police deployment, strictly limited movement. All of those movements, those are taking place, have to be instructed by the local cops out here. And that's when we see that this is going to be a very significant place, because this is the only way one can have an access and can reach out to Mr. Eknath Shinde, and simultaneously the others, those MLAs, those are there inside this particular hotel. But yes, of course, as we see, no movement for any outsider, no movement for media. In fact, very limited people will be able to get inside and have a conversation with the MLAs and Eknath Shinde. Those are there inside.
Shivani, earlier in the day, sources said that BJP leader, at least one of them, was also seen going inside. Any confirmation on that front? Anyone from the BJP there at the resort?
Well, yes, of course. As of now, it has been informed that Mr. Kute is there inside this particular premises of hotel, and he was also trying to meet Mr. Eknath Shinde. But yes, there are people in the BJP, those are also saying that they are in communication with Mr. Shinde. Simultaneously, what we understand as of now, confirmation regarding the meeting has yet not come out. But yes, of course, the way Shiv Sena, just like Milind Narvekar, personal secretary of CM, was made to wait outside, and if the BJP person is present inside, clearly showcases the anger that Eknath Shinde is carrying at the moment of time. But yes, of course, a meeting between them has yet not taken place, and more leaders from BJP are also expected in the city of Surat, and that is when we'll see that there will be probability of more meetings between Eknath Shinde and, if possible, with any BJP leader.
Now, Nitin Deshmukh, who's one of the MLAs who's inside that resort, Nitin Deshmukh's wife, Shivani, has filed a police complaint as alleged that there is threat to life to her husband.
Well, definitely at this particular moment when we are seeing, every political party is putting balls other political parties' court, and that is why this particular complaint has come, and that is why a live threat kind of a complaint was also filed by her, and that is when she has complained regarding the political party that they are calling them, they are trying to make some movements. And yes, of course, here are the visuals. Here are the visuals. The way people are moving inside. Well, we'll try to see. So there are some of the workers of Shiv Sena, as you can see through the visuals of video journalist George, and yes, they are only being allowed. They are the supporters of Shiv Sena. Those are making entry inside the hotel where Eknath Shinde is living. So definitely showcases the number of Shiv Sainiks. Those are increasing with respect to meeting Eknath Shinde and supporting him. And yes, of course, as you see.
Yes, as we can see, the number of Shiv Sainiks inside seem to be increasing. Can you give us a sense of who are they inside the car? Who's inside the car?
Well, here no prominent face, but yes, of course, no prominent face, but yes, the workers, those are the supporters of the local MLAs. Those are present inside the hotels, and what we are given to understand, they are the supporters of one of the MLA. Those are present inside with Eknath Shinde. Yeah, well, they are yet not speaking anything, and they are not commenting on any of those things, but yes, definitely the way they are reaching out, and we clearly know that now more and more support emerging for Eknath Shinde. And yes, of course, they are not any prominent faces, the leaders, but yes, they are here to showcase their support. Whether they will be allowed to move inside or not is a question importantly here. But yes, seems that the more than 30 MLAs, those are there inside already. Their supporters will also be, in the court of Eknath Shinde here.
Now, breaking inputs coming in some time from now. Devendra Fadnavis will be landing in Surat. He will be headed straight to that 5-star resort, Shivani.
Well, yes, definitely, and that is why we saw in the morning hours itself that how there were different movements. Those were made by Devendra Fadnavis. In fact, he was supposed to attend few events that he could not, and later he went to Delhi as well, and from Delhi he will clearly be landing in the city of Surat, and straight across will be coming to this hotel to have a meeting. And in fact, what we are also going to understand, one of the BJP person we were talking about is also a close person, close aide with Devendra Fadnavis, and that is why even he is inside. And if Devendra Fadnavis also comes, definitely, at least for the sake of party and the relation that the leaders carry, there be a meeting between Devendra Fadnavis and yes, Eknath Shinde, and that is why we see more supporters will be coming here. The way Shakti Pradarshan power showcase is going on in Mumbai, that is also very much likely to happen in Surat as well. But yes, of course, few minutes more to go that Devendra Fadnavis will be landing here in Surat, and then the meeting further will go ahead. Though what will be the outcome is going to be interesting, because as I said earlier, that Milind Narvekar, personal secretary of CM, was also made to wait outside at least for hours, and that is why whether Mr. Eknath Shinde will meet Devendra Fadnavis immediately or not is questionable. But yes, of course, as we are hearing that BJP is in touch with Eknath Shinde, we understand that definitely if the communication is going on between BJP and Eknath Shinde, then definitely Devendra Fadnavis will be meeting him. And as earlier also we were speaking that Mr. Nadda is also keeping his watch on the politics development those are happening in Maharashtra. Definitely Devendra Fadnavis meeting Eknath Shinde will significantly bring more twist and turn in this particular story that is going on, and probably will create more troublesome for Shiv Sena, especially for CM Uddhav Thackeray.
Well, Shivani, it's all going to come down to the numbers. Any kind of word, any kind of inside track as to how many rebel MLAs are currently inside? Are they all from Shiv Sena, but also MLAs backing the Shiv Sena and Aghadi?
Well, definitely at least the number for Shiv Sainik MLAs are 30. That we can confirm to our viewers, and that is why we saw that meeting that was conducted by CM Uddhav Thackeray at his official bungalow, Varsha. There also the number was only 14. First of all, later 3 more people, 3 more MLAs, those support Eknath Shinde, those are brought to, those were asked to come to Varsha bungalow, from their hotel rooms, especially. So we understand most of them, more than 30 MLAs are here. In fact, one of them is independent MLA, and other details are awaited. But yes, we can confirm the number that around 30 MLAs are there from